everyone. It is Scott Wohlers with River Place Capital. It is Thursday, September the 17th, and wanted to take some time to talk about a very, very busy and interesting week that we've seen in the stock market, and really wanted to take some time to go over some of those big headlines that we've seen and what's really driving markets in this last week. And so, as we started off, or we ended last week, it was actually the worst week that the NASDAQ has seen since March during the height of the pandemic and the height of the market sell off. And it's continuing its pullback. And now, throughout the beginning of this week, we saw a little bit of a bounce back, a little bit of a recovery in the NASDAQ. But one of the very encouraging signs from that is the rest of the market is outperforming or outdoing that. And we've been talking a lot about growth versus value and that rotation. We'll touch on that in just a second. But another big announcement that came out this week was from Fed Chair Jerome Powell yesterday, where they gave their update on what the current market conditions are, what they see moving forward, what their plan is. And what they essentially said, and what Jay Powell said yesterday, was that we're going to keep rates at zero till at least 2023. So keeping rates low has huge implications for the stock market, has huge implications for your portfolio, and has huge implications moving forward. So as we talked about earlier, and we've been talking about, the theme over the last couple of weeks is this battle between growth and value. And growth, who has substantially outperformed the value sector, which is well underperformed. And is there going to be that rotation from one to the other? Well, according to what we believe here at River Place, we believe that we are seeing the start of that switch. Now, these ebbs and flows from value to growth happen. This is normal market behavior, but we're excited to see the gap starting to close between growth and value, to where you can start to see more broad-based participation in the stock market, which is a very healthy thing, and that's what we want to see. And that leads me to my second point of why we believe that we're going to continue to see this rotation from growth to value, and why we believe that we're going to continue to see a broad-based or market participation, is because Fed Chair Powell came out and said we're going to hold rates steady at 0 to 25 basis points, or 0.25%, until at least 2023. That's 3 years from now that rates are going to be this low. So if you're looking to find appreciation or growth or alpha or return on your dollar or your investment, you have to go somewhere to find that return. Well, with rates at historic lows, you can't find that traditionally in the fixed income market. You've got to go somewhere to generate returns and capitals, whether you're managing money for yourself as an individual or you're managing money for a pension. You have to find return out there. And the way that with rates being held so low, that's going to force more and more money into the stock market. And what we'd like to see is that to be a very broad-based participation in the market. And so that's one of the things that we're monitoring. And another key indicator that we track is money flows. And the money flows, if you don't know what that is or want more clarification of what money flows are, call me. I'm happy to break that down and go over what money flows are. But they also turned positive this week on the value growth or the value stocks, and gave us the signal to sell growth by value. Now at River Place, like we talked about last week, diversification is key. We are going to have our feet in both camps, both the growth and the value. We will always have our feet in both camps. But if you have questions about how this rotation is going to impact your portfolio, or what you should do moving forward to how to handle this rotation, feel free to reach out and call us anytime at 904-346-3460. Or as always, check us out online at www.riverplacecapital.com. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your week. Thank you.